A quick video for us to attempt to set up two auxiliary outputs, each as a mono channel that will be connected to a left and right input of a digital stereo recorder. First thing to note is that auxiliary outputs are by default set as stereo outputs, so we want to change them to monos for left and right. Let's do that now. Let's select auxiliary 7 and auxiliary 8 for the two outputs that we want to use. First thing to do in auxiliary 7 is go to setup, go to the mixer configuration and set each of those to mono. Now that those are set to mono, we can patch them. We know that we're patching them to the ports on the back of the desk itself. So these are going to be local mix outputs connected locally. Let's look down here. We can see that we've got auxiliaries 7 and 8. So let's configure those on channels 9 and 10. So there'll be ports 9 and 10 on the back of the desk that we connect the recorder to. Now that we've done that, let's go and give them some slightly nicer names so that we can easily see what we're working with. This can be the left side, and let's say aux 8 is the right. Let's present those mix outputs on the main layer that we use at church, which is layer F. So we can do that from strip assign. Again, go into setup, go to strip assign. We can see the auxiliaries and their wonderful names and colors here. Let's just drop them on to the right hand side, so we'll have the left and the right. Now when we're on our normal layer F, if we scroll across here, what we can magically now see is that we've got a fader to control each of the left mix output and the right mix output that will connect to the digital recorder. What we haven't done is configured which inputs we want to send to each of these output mixes. The easiest way to do that is to pick something that you already know is configured the way that you probably want it, and just simply copy that, and then we can paste that across to the relevant auxiliary outputs. Best way to do that then is we can select the right side and we can paste it, and we can select the left side and simply paste that. When we now go into our normal left-right mix, for example, we can see that fader levels are set. Streams up. In this case, the lectern's not particularly on, but these things are set. We need to configure each of the levels for these corresponding auxiliaries as well. So let's imagine, for whatever reason, that when we're recording, we don't want to record any Trantec mic output. We can simply just turn these off and set whichever levels we want for whichever things we do. So what have we done? We've configured the auxiliary mixes, we've assigned them as mono output ports, we've patched them to ports 9 and 10 on the back of the device, we've presented them on layer F, so that now when we want to, we can just adjust the levels that are going out on the left and right channels to that mixer. Any specifics that we wanted to do in here, we would pick the relevant mix output and we'd go and configure the levels accordingly for that. That's it.